Okay, so now we're starting the location and direction. So the questions here are basically like they're talking about the question is about asking about directions or يعني it's basically location and direction. We're gonna see in the questions inshallah. Okay, so let's see the first question. Who wants to read the first question? Deem, can you read the question?
Fatima lives in Dammam. Where should she go if she wants to face the Qibla for prayer?
Yeah, so Fatima lives in Dammam or where we live. So let's see here if this is Saudi Arabia and Fatima is here. So where do you think she's going to she's going to pray in which direction? And this is
West.
Kaaba, yeah, exactly. So it's going to be the west. So we see here they gave us the directions, the 4 directions. North, south, east, and west. So in this direction, it will be west. Mumtaz. Thank you, Dean. Okay. Question 2. Anyone can read question 2? Yes, Abdullah.
Ahmed stands in area 3C of the square grid, and if he moves down 1 step towards the left, 1 step, and towards the top 3 steps, and towards the right 2 steps, Ahmed will be in the area. Okay, so first it said move. He moved down. He moved down once, so now he's in 3D.
Yeah.
Then he went to the right 2 steps, so he's gonna be at 3-5, or no, to the right.
It's going to be, yeah, to the...
He's gonna be at 5D. Then he went. Oh.
Towards the top.
Wait. I skipped on an accident. The left one, then to the up 3. So he's gonna be at 2A.
Exactly. And lastly,
then the right 2 steps, so it's gonna be 4A.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're
4A.
We're in the right location. Exactly. So the answer would be B. Mumtaz. So basically what we did is we followed the steps that were mentioned in the question. Mumtaz, Abdullah. Okay. Yalla, question 3. Another question similar to the last one. Yalla, who wants to read the question? Leah, can you read the question?
The students divided the school playground into squares. Each square took a number starting from 1 to 20, as in the figure below. Sami started his movement from square number 17 towards the right and then upward to reach square 7. The number of squares that Sami moved.
Okay. So first he moved towards the right. He went this way. And then upward to reach square 7. So how many squares did he pass, or how many squares did he need to reach number 7? What do you think, Leah?
Isn't it 5?
It is 5. Excellent. So it's going to be 5. So here we're counting the last step. We see that if it goes right, that's 1, 2. And if it goes up, we're counting 1, 2, and 3. We're not counting only the squares in between, but also the last step to go and reach number 7. So it is going to be 5. Excellent. Okay, so these are like the basic questions about direction and location. That's the main idea of these questions. They want you to know the location of the item in the question. Okay, now we're back to the graphs. We solved one, I think, or 2 questions about graphs. So now we're gonna see more questions about like the charts, the pies, like pies like this, the circles. It's called a pie. Tables. So let's see the first question. Basically, these questions they're all gonna have one drawing for a couple more questions, like 2 to 3. So let's see here the first question. If the number of students is 300, the number of successful students is. Yes, Fatima?
Is it 50? Because the circle is divided into half.
Yeah, so it's going to be
50.
They said that it's 50%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but 50% does not equal 50 students.
Oh, there's a formula. It's 50 over 300 multiply 100.
Yeah, so here what you want to say is like 50 over 100 equals x over 300, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. This is the formula that you're gonna use. We can say here that since it is half of the circle, we can directly see that it's half of the students. So it's going to be 150. So the answer here would be 150, but the formula is right. This is the formula that you're going to use if you have any other like percentage that you cannot do directly. Okay, so for example, if you have, I don't know, 13, it's not gonna be as easy. So you need this formula to find the value of x. Excellent. Okay, let's see the next question. They're saying if the number of students is 300, the number of absentees is. Yeah, Fatima. Anyone can tell me the answer? Maria, do you want to try?
If the number of students is 300, the number of absentees is.
Yeah, so they're basically asking for the number.
I think it will be 50.
It is going to be 50. Excellent. So here, in some questions, the information will be directly given to you in the chart. So you just have to take it from the chart or the pie or the graph in general. Okay, so here it's directly mentioned that the absentees are 50 students. Excellent. Yeah, the last question about this graph. If the number of students is 300, the percentage of students who have failed. So we want the percentage.
Excuse me, but
Yes.
the question itself, it says the absentees are 60, not 50.
Yeah, so I think it is written in your books. In your book is 60, but it's actually 50. The right one is 50.
Okay.
Like, so I corrected it here. If you can correct it in your books.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the question is asking about the percentage of students who have failed. So how can we find this? So basically, we're going to use this this formula up here. So what we're missing is the percentage. And do we know the number of the failed students? Do we know it or not? Yes, Abdullah.
No, we don't. It's not written, but we can find it.
Yeah, we can find it. Yes.
So since we found that the presents are 150 and the absents are 50, that means the total is 300. We just take 350 plus 50. 300 minus 150 plus 50 is going to be 100.
It's going
The
to
100
be
from 300, about 53%.
yeah, exactly. So it's going to be 33. So as you said here, it's going to be 100. And we said that these successful ones is 150. The absentees, we know that it's 50. So the rest are the failed students that are 100. So now we just do the formula. We can first simplify and remove the zeros. So it's going to be 3 times x equals 100. So x would equal to 100 over 3, and it equals to 33.3%. So the answer would be D. Excellent. Thank you, Abdullah. Okay, so is that clear?
Yes.
How did we solve the question? Anyone who... Yes?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so here what we did, we used the formula that we mentioned above, and we want to know the percentage. So we need to know the number of the failed students to know the percentage. So what we did is that we found the number by the other numbers that we were given. So it's 100. So we just did the solve the equation for x to find the value of x. So here we had lastly x equals 33.3%. Okay.
Miss, how'd you get 53?
How did it become 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here it was, first it was 100 over 300. So we just removed the zeros. So it became 1 over 3. And then we cross-multiplied.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Yalla, let's see the next question. Who can read the next question? Rital, do you want to read the question?
Sure. From the graph, it is clear that the average profits of the company are, I think, unstable.
Yeah, excellent. It is unstable. Why did you say that it's unstable?
Because it's constantly increasing and decreasing.
Exactly, Mumtaz. So if it was constant, the constant would be a straight line. Growing means that it's a straight upward line. Decreasing, straight downward line. But here we see all the patterns here, going up and down and up and down, so it's unstable. Mumtaz. Okay. Now here we have another sort of table. And in this table, each square represents 15 students. Each one of these squares represents 15 students, and each number represents the height of the students here. So find the following. Let's see. The first question is asking about the number of students in the school. So how would we solve this question? What do you think? Yes, Abdullah?
Wait, what did you say about each square is 5, right? Or that's what you said, right?
Each square equals 15.
15, okay.
Yeah.
So we can just simply count the squares and multiply by 15. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 students.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
17 squares, yeah.
255. No, 250. No. Wait.
So you're gonna multiply, right?
Yeah, we're gonna multiply.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 255.
It's going to be 255. Excellent. When you multiply it, it's gonna be 255. So basically, the same way that you did it.
Yeah.
Excellent, Abdullah. We just counted them and then multiplied it by 15. Okay, the next question is asking about the number of students whose height is 155 and above. Yes, Haidar?
Okay, so since we can see that the students whose height are 155 and above are more than the ones that are below, we just count the below and subtract it from the total. So
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 blocks times 15 is 60 students. 60 minus 255 is 195. Or 255 minus 60 is 195.
Yes, excellent, Mumtaz. So here it's going to be 195. As you said, we can do like count them again. Count the 150 and above means that 156 and 170, and then multiply it by 15. But it's going to be harder for us. So we simply have we have the total, and we have the ones below 155. So we just counted them 4, and we found that the below are 60. So we just subtract, and we got 195, which is B. Excellent, Haida. Okay.
Miss, can you explain again?
Yeah. So here, what is the point that you didn't understand?
Question 6.
Yeah. So what we did here is we know the total of these students, right? We found it that it's 255. So we just want the ones that are 155 in height and above. Means that we want these ones. Okay. So instead of counting the squares of these ones, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, means that I'm going to have to multiply 15 by 13. I chose another way, but this is right. This is going to we're gonna solve it this way, but the easier way is just taking the ones that are not included and count them and then do subtraction. So we counted them and they are 60, and then we did subtraction.
Miss, how 60?
It's going to be here. How many squares do we have?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 times 15. Okay, so is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
ممتاز. يلا, that's the last question for the graphs. The last graph that we have. This following table, or it's not a table, it's a chart, represents sales for men's, women's, and children's clothing. So if it's not clear, the writing, the blue is for men. The red is for women, and the green is for the children. Okay. So question 7. Who can read question 7? Anyone else who didn't participate today? I think you all participate. Okay. So, Yala Abdullah.
Yes, so it says no one for men's clothing best sellers, they want for the men. And the ones that were, well, it doesn't say, these are like shops. And but yes, wait, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's I can't exactly read. It's the second one, though. It's the second one on the left.
Yeah, second from the last. So you mean this one?
Yeah, this one. I can't read it.
Exactly. So it is ربيع الأول here. I think it's ربيع الأول. Okay, so C is the right answer. Exactly. So here, what did we do? The question is about men's clothing. We went to the color of men's clothing, which is blue, and we saw which one is higher, so highest. So it is in ربيع الأول. Excellent. Okay, question 8. Yes, Haidar.
In what month were sales of women's clothing as low as possible? So the women's color is red, and we want to look for the lowest one. It's also ربيع الأول.
Excellent, ممتاز. So it is going to be also ربيع الأول, as we see. The red color, the least one is also in ربيع الأول. Excellent. يلا, the last question. What is the most popular month in sales? Yes, Fatima.
Safar.
Safar. Excellent. So the answer here would be B. You see, we're looking for the best sellers, mean that all of the items are well sold. So even if in ربيع الثاني you see that the women's clothing is the highest, but the rest are considered low. So we want all of them to be as high as possible. So Safar is the right answer. ممتاز.
Miss,
Yes.
can you please go off? I want to copy
Yeah.
the sixth question. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can picture it if you would like. Take a screenshot, I mean.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yes.
you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. So with that, we're done with the graphs.